In a cold little village at the edge of a dark forest, a poor girl discovered a mysterious glowing key buried beneath the snow. She had no idea that the tiny magical key would unlock a secret that could change her life forever. Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by snowy hills, lived a poor girl named Clara. Clara lived with her grandmother in a small wooden cottage. They had very little food, old patched clothes, and barely enough firewood to stay warm during winter. But even though life was difficult, Clara stayed kind and hopeful. Every day, she helped neighbors carry water, shared bread with hungry animals, and cared lovingly for her grandmother. One freezing morning, while gathering sticks near the forest, Clara noticed something shining beneath the snow. Curious, she brushed the snow away carefully. There, half buried in the ice, was a tiny golden key. The key glowed softly in her hands. Clara looked around in surprise. Who could have lost this, she wondered. As she walked deeper into the forest, the key began glowing brighter. Suddenly, Clara noticed a hidden stone path she had never seen before. At the end of the path stood an ancient wooden door built into the side of a hill. The strange door had no handle, only a tiny keyhole. Clara's heart raced. Slowly, she placed the golden key into the lock. Click! The door creaked open. Inside was a magical room filled with sparkling lights, floating books, and glowing crystals. At the center stood a small silver chest. But before Clara could touch it, a gentle voice echoed through the room. Only a kind heart may unlock the true treasure. Suddenly, 3 magical objects appeared before Clara. A pile of gold coins, a sparkling crown, a simple loaf of bread. The voice asked, "If you could choose only one, which would you take?" Clara looked carefully at each object. The gold could make her rich. The crown could make her powerful. But then she thought about her hungry grandmother waiting at home. Without hesitation, Clara picked up the loaf of bread. "My grandmother needs food more than riches," she said softly. At once, the magical room glowed brightly. The silver chest slowly opened. Inside the chest was something even more magical than gold. It was a glowing crystal heart. The voice spoke once more. "You chose kindness over greed." Suddenly, the room transformed. Shelves filled with food appeared. Warm blankets surrounded Clara, and tiny golden lights floated through the air. Then the crystal heart rose into the sky and released sparkling magic across the village. Outside, frozen crops became healthy again. Empty wells filled with water, and homes became warm and bright. The entire village was saved from the harsh winter. Clara returned home carrying food, blankets, and firewood for her grandmother. The villagers cheered joyfully when they saw the magical changes around them. Soon, everyone learned about the poor girl who found the magical key. But Clara never became proud or selfish. Instead, she continued helping others with the same kind heart she always had. And hidden safely in her pocket, the tiny golden key still glowed softly whenever kindness was near. And so, the village learned. A kind and caring heart is more valuable than wealth or power. Because true magic appears when we choose kindness over selfishness. If this story found its way to your heart, subscribe or follow the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next one. Every story begins here, and every time you share it, it reaches a little further.